everybody. I wrote a book. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is so crazy. It's called A Hot Glue Gun Mess, Funny Stories, Pretty DIY Projects. All of the stories are crazy, wild, embarrassing, fun stories from my life, and they're paired with original, awesome, beautiful DIY projects. I've never read one out loud before, and I'm gonna do it today for all of you, so, Book. I don't know these stories by heart. I picked out a funny one. Here we go. Pomegranates and porn. I lost my innocence in the pomegranate field next to my childhood school. I was in the 4th grade, and my friend Missy and I would sneak over the fence after school to pick the forbidden fruit from the rows and rows of trees. Apparently, pomegranates make everyone feel intoxicated with passions of the flesh because there were often empty beer bottles and scraps of nudie magazines left under the fruiting trees, probably left there by the workers constructing a nearby church. Missy and I would fill our sweatshirt pockets with the round red fruits and try not to drop them in a bloody splat on the climb back over the fence. My mom would pick us up and drive us home and never seem miffed that we were carrying armfuls of juicy contraband. It was good, clean fun. One day, while Missy and I were trying to decide which tree had the reddest fruit, we came across a book of porn.
Take 3.
It wasn't a torn and dirt-smeared piece of magazine. This was a paperback book with black and white photos of people having sex. Look at this! This lady has one guy behind her and one by her face! Exclaimed Missy. I couldn't believe my 4th grade eyes. That's possible? I wondered aloud, feeling that tingle in my groin that I felt when I humped my stuffed animals. Holy pomegranates, this was a great find. We nervously chattered in hushed tones, even though we were alone in the field as each salacious image tainted our brains. Our most important question was, how do we take this book with us? It was too good to leave behind for the beer-drinking wolves. My mom was used to us getting in the car with pomegranates, but not porn. Missy wanted to hide it under a tree for us to pore over the next day, but I needed to look at it again that night. I knew this was going to be the best hump session of my life. That stuffed bear didn't know what he was in for. Missy begged me to leave the book so we wouldn't get in trouble, and there was no way she was going to keep it at her house and risk a porn encounter of the scary kind with her formidable mother. But my mind, clouded by passion in the pomegranate field, decided I could hide the book up the sleeve of my jacket. Missy and I casually sauntered to my mom's car with our usual hoard of pomegranates. The book was threatening to slip out of my sleeve, but I kept my arm bent, holding onto my fruit. In the back seat of the car, I wasn't allowed to sit in the front, still too short. Missy was nervously darting glances at me, and I shot her a look that said, "Eyes on the road, partner." We dropped Missy off at her house and pulled into our driveway. I jumped out, pretending to be really excited to go eat my pomegranates in my room. Once behind closed doors, I tore through some more photos and then ransacked my stuffed animal pile looking for the perfect hump. I hid the book on the side of my bed where it met the wall. Everyone hides stuff under their bed, but the side seemed like a safer choice. A couple of days went by in a cloud of raunchy bliss. Pomegranates and porn, pomegranates and porn. Until one fateful afternoon when my mom said, "I need to talk to you about something." My heart plummeted to my horny toes. "What?" I asked. "I was putting that new quilt I made on your bed today, and I found a very inappropriate book." No, I thought. She's gonna make me get rid of it. I was humiliated. I couldn't let her think it was mine. Missy found it and gave it to me to keep so her mom wouldn't get mad at her. I lied. "It's not mine." "I don't care whose it is," my mom replied, calmly but sternly. "There are some things that are not appropriate for someone your age to see. When we get home today, I want you to go straight into your room, get the book, and throw it out in the trash can on the street." She knew if it was in the house, I'd fish it out of the trash and find a better hiding spot. "Okay," I muttered, not at all pleased that I had to throw away such a close friend. "I won't watch you," my mom said, "but when you've thrown it away, come and tell me it's done. I'm trusting you to do this." I nodded. I slowly entered my room and found the book, still stashed next to my bed. I took one last, good, hard, long look at some of my favorite images of those ladies with their 80s hair and those men with mustaches doing things I wouldn't do myself for many years, if ever. I glumly walked outside the house to the trash cans. I wondered if anyone on our cul-de-sac that day noticed a 9-year-old sadly throwing away a perfectly good paperback book of porn. I said my goodbyes as I stuffed it deep down into that trash can, leaving it as a piece of trash the same way I had found it in the pomegranate field 4 days prior. One man's trash is another woman's pleasure. Inside the house, I found my mom in the kitchen, poked my head in the doorway and said, "It's done." She nodded, and I retreated to my room to mourn the loss of my innocence. Hashtag why not? Inspired by juicy pomegranates, bring pleasure to your interior space with a sexy DIY pom-pom chair. Thank you, Joey.
Really good, Kate.
Warning! This is not a normal craft book. This book contains personal, inspiring, sad, weird, crazy, downright mad, and hilarious stories that I've mined from my crazy-ass life that will make you LOL and PEE, as in urinate in your pants, in a good way, and show you that your next creative project can be sparked from any life experience. Do these projects without fear. Failure is totally an option, and it might happen, but it could also be an epically beautiful failure. Dare to surprise yourself, dare to delight in yourself, because why not?